Hi, this is Lee Mooring from All About One Ministries. I wanted to personally welcome and thank you for joining us today. This and every message is designed to get your day started with a quick motivational message of encouragement and God's love. Let's get started. Throughout my life, there have been many things that I started or entered into without being ready. I joined the Marine Corps, and I don't think I was ready. I started playing hockey, and I wasn't ready. When I produced my first gospel play, I wasn't ready. When I retired from the military, I wasn't ready. When I started creating these messages, I certainly was not ready. Often in our lives, we are thrust upon situations in which we are not ready. We are given opportunities to excel or stand out, and we are not ready. We are called by God to do things, and we are not ready. It's not about are we ready? It's are we willing? Are we willing to step forward? Are we willing to take a chance on our dreams? Are we willing to take that first step? When I left for Marine Corps boot camp, I remember seeing my father get very emotional for the first time. I was in the car on my way to processing, and I told my recruiter to turn around. He obviously didn't. So there I was in Marine Corps boot camp, getting off a bus, standing on yellow footprints. There I was in Marine Corps boot camp, getting yelled at, rappelling from walls, and shooting a weapon. There I was in Marine Corps boot camp, wearing a uniform, climbing obstacle courses, and running all the time. There I was in Marine Corps boot camp, and I was in denial. I believed at the time that there's no way possible I could be in this place because I was not ready. And then one day there was an opportunity. We were almost 9 weeks into this 13-week military vacation, and our senior drill instructor was looking for someone to fill a vacant leadership position. Until this point, I had gone practically unnoticed within this group of 65 Marine recruits. I remember the day so clearly as he walked up and down the squad bay looking and asking who was gonna step up. There was not a peep out of anyone. It was at this moment that something out of nowhere just leaped out of my soul and said very loud and very confidently, "This recruit, sir." At that point, there was an even louder silence in the room. The next thing I know, there was the meanest, toughest, and biggest Marine standing in front of me, just looking. And I remember exactly what he said as he looked at this scrawny 165-pound recruit. He said in the raspiest voice I had ever heard, "Oh yeah? Recruit Mooring." He then walked away. The next day I was promoted to squad leader. And ultimately, upon graduation, I received a meritorious promotion. This single action jump-started my military career because I simply started before I was ready. The Bible is full of stories of God using people who thought they were not ready. Moses, David, Noah, Jonah, Job, Peter, and Paul, to name a few. God is not looking for someone who is ready. God is looking for those who are willing. When God calls us, our answer should simply be, "Here I am." Isaiah 6 says, "Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, 'Whom shall I send? And who will go for us?' And I said, 'Here I am. Send me.'" There is a saying that God does not call the qualified, but he qualifies the called. It is backed by the scripture in 1 Corinthians that says this, but God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. God chose the lowly things of this world and the despised things and the things that are not to nullify the things that are, so that no one may boast before him. God is not looking for the strong in themselves or the educated from the world, but instead he is looking for the humble, the meek, the willing souls who will put aside themselves, die to their flesh, and glorify him. We may feel weak, afraid, or alone, but with God in him, we are strong when we are weak. There are so many of us that make excuses that we'll start when we are, or we just gotta lose this and then we can, or we need to get right before we. God does not need us to anything. He just needs us to be the willing vessel. If we continue to say we will start when we're ready, we will never get started because we will never be ready. I encourage you to step forward and answer the call God has placed before you. I know it may be scary, but God is with you. I know that it may seem like a lonely road, but God is with you. I know that it may seem like you're not prepared. Well, God has been preparing you. And it all leads to this moment where he is asking you to step out on faith and say yes. Say yes. Say yes to that thing he is calling you to start. Say yes to that opportunity he has put before you. Say yes to stepping up, stepping out, and stepping in to what God has waiting for you. Thank you once again for listening. Please take the time to hit the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook channels below. Talk to you soon. God bless.